Hello, family. This is your friend Kenesha. I pray that you have had an excellent week. And today we're going to be talking again about growth. Episode 5. I finished this book a couple of months ago and I just cannot leave talking about it. It is The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell. And today we're going to be talking about, as we're growing, the law of expansion. Remember, we are in the year of 2020 where we are seeing that everything is going our way in the Lord. So we know that if we are wanting to grow and go to the next level, that means that we have to expand. And when you expand, that is indicative of enlarging or to make bigger. So when you are expanding, doesn't it mean that you can no longer be in the same little shell that you were in before? That means that there's something new or different that must occur if we want to grow and or expand. So I'm looking at page 232, and it says this: the greatest challenge you will ever face is that of expanding your mind. The greatest challenge. Every dream, every thought, every business that we see started in somebody's mind. This very chair that I'm sitting in, somebody created that chair. The notion of that chair and the way that it was created first started in somebody's mind. Think about that. So the dream that you have in your heart, the vision that you know has been given to you by God, it first starts in the mind, and then you cultivate it in your heart. But in order for it to come out to fruition, we have to be able to expand. Still on page 232, it says this: if you can change your thinking, you can change your life. Listen, Bishop Jesse Joe Giddens Jr. wrote this book last 2018. It's called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. I would encourage you to go out and buy that book. You can call Destiny Christian Center right here in Victorville to get a copy of it. It deals with basically the facets of the mind, and how everything begins and ends in the mind. So whatever your job that you're on right now, you thought about it before you applied for it. And that's the very reason why you're in the job right now. The fact that I'm born, I was a notion in my mom's mind. And then she came together with my father, had me, and now I'm the living fruit of her vision. So we've got to think about that. I've got lots of vision in my mind and in my heart that I'm cultivating. But it must first develop here. Because if you cannot see it, it's never going to be. Imagine that. And if you're a believer, and if you're not, I encourage you that you become one quickly. That means that you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. But as believers, this very world was spoken with God's words, but it started figuratively in his mind. He thought it up. And because he allowed his mind to be expanded, per se, right? We know that we have minds, but oftentimes God uses figurative language so that we can connect with him. So in God's mind, he saw this physical world first, and then he allowed it to develop, and then he spoke it, and now it is so. So we want to have our dreams come to fruition, but we have to deal with our dreams right up here first. And if we can tackle it and see it and envision it in our mind and cultivate it in our heart, there will be no stopping us. We will attain and obtain all of the promises that have been out there for us. And then I want to read this to you. It says, man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimension. And that's by Oliver Wendell Holmes. I'm going to read that one more time. Man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. So once you have exposed your mind to learning and thought and your vision, you'll never be satisfied with status quo. So continue to perseverate, continue to ponder, continue to think on that which is your dream. Let it grow. Let it come to the third trimester. Remember, this is the year we are going to push and we're going to see the fruit of our labor. But it all starts with what's happening between these two ears in our mind. We want to continue to be people of growth. We're going to expand. We're going to enlarge, like Jabez said. We're asking God to enlarge our territory. But the physical world and territory does not get enlarged if it doesn't first start with our mind. Hey family, have a wonderful week. This is your friend Kenesha, and let's go out and grow and expand these minds. God bless.